Welcome to Black Armor Law Podcast, where each week we will discuss the most pressing issues facing the criminal legal system. I'm your host, Dr. Rochelle Brackney, also known as Chief B. Folks, I got somebody here for you. I have the former commissioner from Philadelphia, the former commissioner in Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, former commissioner in Chicago, one of the authors and foundational writers and contributors to the 21st Century Policing. This man needs no introduction, and you're probably one of the ones I'm fangirling for right about now as I'm sitting here talking to you. This is Commissioner Chuck Ramsey. Thank you and welcome for spending about a few minutes with us. You just gave some opening remarks about critical incidents. Yeah. And you dropped some wisdom and some pearls about always being ready. Can you just give me a quick summary of the 3 points that you made about what readiness means at all times?
Well, it's really understanding the challenge that you're up against and having the training and the equipment in place to be able to effectively deal with it. And it's not so much you as an individual being ready as it is the people that work for you being ready, because you can't be everywhere. And bottom line is your folks have to know how to respond and have the ability to respond with the equipment, training, and so forth to be successful, whether that's a shooting incident, whether it's a major fire or flood. The upcoming election and some issues around that. It doesn't matter. People need to be prepared.
And one of the things that you really just said is communicating well. The one thing that we often fail to do is communicate well. We assume people know. We assume people understand what's going on, whether it's a natural disaster, man-made disaster, or any of the other ones. You hit specifically on democracy and the protections of democracy and our role as law enforcement in that. You said something really important about what our oath was in the Constitution. Can you just really reframe that for our audience about law enforcement's role in protecting the rights of those to vote?
Well, I mean, I have concerns with the upcoming elections and the political environment that we find ourselves in now and for the past few years. Things seem to be getting further and further apart as opposed to coming closer and closer together. As a result of that, we've had threats that have been made toward elected officials, toward election workers, toward others, intimidation of people standing, waiting in line to vote, all those kinds of things. And as police officers, and we're human beings too, we have our own political beliefs and so forth, but we took an oath, and that oath is a lot bigger than your personal preference toward any particular political party. We took an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States, and that's the way we have to approach our job. It doesn't matter who they're voting for. What matters is that they feel free and safe to do so. We have to create that environment for them to do that.
Well, Commissioner, thank you again for spending a few minutes with me today. I look forward to our paths crossing again and for you doing a long segment with me on the podcast. Thank you, Commissioner.